Most brutal tortures done on women. What's up? Talk to me.
Horrible torture methods that have been used on women.
Talk to me. Okay, dude, that's a little insensitive, bro. You gonna show a girl screaming?
Throughout the ages, women have been subjected to various methods of torture.
Okay.
And some of these torture methods will give you chills just thinking about them.
Talk to me.
Imagine how these women experienced it. In this video, we will highlight some of the ugliest methods of torture that were practiced primarily on women.
What's up?
Spanish donkey.
You see, bruh, look, you telling me they had to cowgirl some spikes? Dude, this shit gotta hurt for both sexes. Even as a man, imagine putting your butt cheeks on this shit. Oh no, bruh.
This tool dates back to the Middle Ages, and it was used to slowly and painfully cut a
Yo, Brian, appreciate the 200 biddies.
woman's body in half, starting from her genitals. It consisted of a pyramidal wedge with a sharp end. Women would be forced to ride its sharp end so that it would penetrate between their legs, and sometimes, some weights were—
Hold on, before we talk, yo, maybe this torture method wasn't that bad. Look how thick this lady was, bro. This shit gotta be fire to look. My bad, whoever endured this, bro, R.I.P., bro. This shit, you should not go out this way. And they put rocks in the bottom?
tied to her legs to force the sharp end of the peg to immerse deeper and faster into her vagina and start splitting her in two.
Dude, that's some Final Destination shit. What it, breast ripper?
Breast ripper. This was a tool consisting of two large symmetrical prongs, usually heated before use. Its main purpose was to tear the breasts of single mothers or cheating wives off their bodies.
Damn, so chat, y'all think people like, you know, Chris from Mr. Beast, they would have loved shit like this? I would have fastened up the process if you think about it, but damn, that's some hate in that shit. Y'all think anyone ever be like, hey, bro, your titty's bigger than mine, and then they just cut that shit? That's insane right there.
Scold's bridle. For the medieval man, the simplest way to get his wife to stop constantly nagging him was to place her in a scold's bridle. Scold refers to a woman accused of excessive chatting, gossiping, or simply complaining too much.
You're lying! They had punishments for yapping? No, I'm not gonna lie. Thank God I ain't lived back then. No, this gotta be the most sexist shit ever. Oh yeah, bitch, shut up. Put this metal shit over you. Shut up. Dude, they not children. These are adults we're talking about. Sala need that, bro. Do not get banned. No, I'm not gonna lie. To all the hot Cheeto girls in the school mornings, y'all need this, bro. Hey, schools, bring this back. I'll support it.
In that age, gossiping was feared to be the work of the devil. The first recorded use of the device goes back to the 16th century. The
Damn, bro, are they like MF Doom fans? Why they look like this?
bridle was an iron mask locked over the head of a woman. Sometimes, spikes would be inserted into the mouth and placed just above the tongue, making it impossible for the woman to speak without immense pain. However, it's argued that the torture of the scold's bridle was primarily psychological. The woman was publicly humiliated as she was shame-paraded through the town wearing the bridle, while people cursed and spat at her. Cutting—
Oh, look at her. She got a mask on, nigga, make fun of her. Bruh, y'all 1900 niggas were lame as hell, bruh. Cutting with a chainsaw.
the woman in half with a chainsaw. You like to play a game? Let's hang you upside down and start cutting you in half at the genitals. During the medieval ages,
First and foremost, yeah, my nigga, that shit, that thick as hell, bro. It probably took them like 20 saws for them to really cut down on her big ass booty. Imagine how long it took Ice Spice. Shit, I can only imagine. But, no pun intended. Why would y'all do this, bruh? Why don't y'all just kill someone? Y'all could stand the gore. This shit outrageous, bruh.
this technique of torture was used as a cost-effective approach to inflict the most amount of suffering for the least amount of work. All you needed was a two-person saw, strong pair of biceps, and a lack of a moral compass. Women convicted of witchcraft, adultery, or blasphemy were hung upside down with their legs spread wide.
Wait, chat. So if women committed adultery, they got this type of pain, right? What happened to the niggas that commit adultery? Did they have a punishment for that too? I'm not gonna lie, there gotta be some hate in that shit. It takes two people to cheat, but y'all gonna get mad at women? I'm all for it. I'm just playing.
The victim would usually be conscious as the saw ripped through their body.
Holy shit, this is turning me on. Yo, dude, you gotta get banned.
Because of all the blood that flowed to their head. The operation might take hours until the executioners finally cut through. Pear of anguish. This name says it all. The pear of anguish, named for its resemblance to the fruit, was a cruel torture device used during medieval times. This metal fruit was divided into 4 petal-shaped segments that opened up when a corkscrew lever was turned. The primary victims for this evil fruit were women who were usually accused of witchcraft or had an abortion.
I just want to know where this going? This going in the cooch? Where is this going?
The pear of anguish was inserted into their vagina and would be gradually cranked up, tearing apart the woman's reproductive organs. Some other use.
Not gonna lie, chat. Y'all know who would survive this? All the LA thoughts, all the OFOs, all the Pornhub, stars. They wouldn't feel a thing. Their coochies it's already out there like that.
Craft or had an abortion. The pear of anguish was inserted into their vagina and would be gradually cranked up, tearing apart the woman's reproductive organs. Some other uses of this instrument were torturing homosexuals, and it later was modified to be inserted into the mouth of individuals accused of heresy. Same concept, but instead of sexual organs, it expanded to destroy the jawbones of the victim.
Damn!
Burning witches. Death by burning was a classic form of capital punishment, reserved for women who were suspected of witchcraft, treason, and heresy. This was popular in England from the 15th through...
Yo, chat, what is witchcraft? That's like putting spells on niggas, right? I'm not gonna lie, witchcraft gotta be the lamest excuse to, kill someone. Especially back then. They would probably be like, you know how much innocent ladies probably have done nothing? And then they're like, oh, we hate you, bitch. Witchcraft.
Through the 18th centuries, lucky victims would have passed out due to smoke inhalation, but if they made it through, they would suffer an agonizing death. First, they would writhe in pain as their epidermis cracked open. Then, the fire would burn through their fat. The only relief came when the fire damaged the nerves in the skin where the victim could no longer feel pain.
Okay.
Stoning to death. This punishment is considered one of the oldest and most primitive.
Let me get this right. So the artist was as descriptive as putting a hair wrap, which goes to show modesty. But you want to draw her titties? Dude, come on, dude.
Where a deep, narrow hole is dug, the woman is then tied up and inserted into the ground up to her neck, exposing only her head. Then a crowd of male executioners throw rocks at her until she dies. Although this punishment was applied to both men and women, women still face this punishment to this day, as the punishment of stoning to death re-emerged in Iran in the 1980s, and it was applied to women accused of sex outside marriage. Unfortunately, 15 countries still apply this brutal punishment, including Nigeria, Sudan, Pakistan, and others. Sexual torture and rape. Rape has been used as a method of torture against women throughout the ages, as it was used to extract information from detainees and prisoners. Amnesty...
Huh? Yeah! I'm gonna get some information out of you. I don't want to do this. I have to use it as a form of punishment. Let me go out here and force my meat in her. Dude, that is sick. No, that's not a punishment. That's y'all just being weird.
Amnesty International discovered that rape was routinely used on women as a means of getting them to confess their crimes in Mexican prisons. Republican marriage. Sounds lovely, but it's far from it. Imagine being stripped and tied to a naked man and then thrown in a river to drown. That is Republican marriage. This method of torture was used primarily on nuns during the Reign of Terror during the French Revolutionary War.
Hey man, at least you could go down with the love of your life. Nigga, I'd be like, let me get this last nut in before we drown, bruh.
Iron chair. This chair was used for the first time during the medieval ages, where the victim was tied and forced to sit on this chair, covered with hundreds of sharp nails for long hours until she bled to death. And sometimes, fire was lit under her so she could have the full torture experience.
Damn!
Catherine's wheel. It's a heinous punishment from medieval times. It was a large wagon wheel, usually covered in spikes. The unlucky victim would have their backs fastened to the device and then bludgeoned to death. Foot binding. For 1,000 years...
That was the most disgusting feat I've ever seen. Out of all the stock images you could have used, a drawing, anything, you gonna show me this shit, nigga? Oh my goodness, could y'all imagine this nigga playing soccer? Nigga said free feet pics. Go to hell.
years into the late 20th century.
No, even Dan Schneider doesn't want to look at this. If Dan Schneider seen this, I promise you, he wouldn't have been a creepy what's it called, producer or whatever, Hollywood nigga.
The biggest beauty standard for women in China was the small feet, which is why families bandaged the feet of their young daughters to keep them from growing, so that they could attract men from wealthy families. Where girls' toes were smashed and then bandaged using silk cloth, girls were also forced to walk on their broken feet to break the metatarsals. The ideal length of the foot at the time was 9 centimeters, and the foot of this length was called the lotus flower.
Y'all find this attractive, nigga? This shit look hideous. Why would y'all do? I mean, shit. The only niggas that should be doing this are the broke niggas that can't afford adult size shoes, and you gotta, But this shit ugly.
Followed by the foot that did not exceed 12 centimeters long, which was called the silver lotus. Female circumcision.
That's a punishment? No, I think that is a punishment, because I heard if you do this, that means you just can't feel shit during sex or some shit. I know for men, there's at least there's benefit to it, but
despite its barbarism, it is still practiced by many around the world, with the World Health Organization estimating that more than 200 million girls today have undergone this distortion. The goal of circumcision is to discourage the girl's sexual desire.
I think that is one of the most dumbest things ever, bro. I don't know why niggas have that.
As this process is applied to girls who are younger than 15 years
That's
old,
stupid.
so that the girl's clitoris and sometimes the small lips are cut from their vagina with a sharp tool. And in many cases, this process causes complications and infections, which ends with the girls either dying or being severely injured. That's a wrap for...
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the world should ban that. I know that's a cultural thing. I don't even think that's a religious thing. I think it's cultural. That shit is low-key sad. But anyways, YouTube, if you're watching YouTube, yeah, shout out women, man. Stop killing women. Women are beautiful. All right. Join us on Discord, catch us on Twitch, all that good stuff, man. Sorry y'all are traumatized, but guess what? It is what it is, man. Waxer for life. Take care. Love y'all. And peace.